I'm great. This is so exciting. You can feel the energy really starting to rise right here at Coors Field. It is a big day. It is the home opener 2026 for our Rockies. Joining me right now, I have Mike Kliss. He is our Rockies insider right now, and I have Walker Monfort, executive president of the Rockies. Are you so excited?
Yeah, it's always a fun day. Obviously, a long spring training. Started on the road, got a couple wins. We're excited to get it going here at home.
I'm going to make a confession here. I like your dad.
I do too.
Dick good.
I hope so.
He's a straight shooter. He does want to win, contrary to the belief that's out there. By the way, the Rockies got to the World Series when Dick was the owner here, but he has decided to not step out of the picture, but step aside a little bit and give you more responsibility. Talk about that transition.
Yeah, I mean, so with my history here, I mean, for 20 years, I think this is my 21st season all in here at the Rockies. And, over the course of time, I've gotten to work, a variety of different positions, learned a lot of experience. And ultimately, last year, Greg Fiesel was approaching his retirement age. And, my dad and I and Greg sat down and decided this would be a good next step.
Tell us about reshaping the baseball organization. A very interesting move. I think everyone was surprised, and then I think for the most part approved of you bringing in Paul DePodesta to run the baseball operations, which it was a much-needed change. I think they needed a new set of eyes, as Charlie said earlier in the summer. But tell us how you fell upon Paul DePodesta after he'd been out for 10 years.
Yeah, so, I mean, we went through an extensive hiring process. Obviously, when you have these positions open up, you rely heavily on your network that you have within the game and within sports, and Paul DePodesta was a name that came up. Obviously, he'd been removed from baseball for 10 years, working with the Cleveland Browns, and we decided to have a conversation with him, and once we had that initial conversation with him, he was very interesting. We knew we wanted to, look at someone that was more analytical, because that was an area of opportunity for us. And really, I mean, as we got to know him better as a person, he turned into the obvious fit to lead the Rockies on the baseball side.
He was the founder of analytics.
Yes, he was.
You can make that case. And it's not – I cover the Broncos now for the most part. Analytics is all part of the NFL. It's part of every sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's had a robust experience in Major League Baseball, obviously, for a number of different clubs, both mid-market and, large market. And it's really a network that he has throughout to some of the other guys that we brought in. Josh Byrne, who he actually spent time with in Cleveland earlier on in their career, and then Tommy Tanis, who's now overseeing our player development and scouting, Ian Levin, who's really in charge of our baseball operations and analytics. All those guys came to us because of the relationship that they had with Paul and wanting to be part of this process as we move forward.
Quickly, what do you got in the Rockies 2026? What kind of team?
Yeah, I mean, 2026, from a wins and losses standpoint, I can't tell you. But I can tell you that you're going to see a different brand of baseball. We've been placing a lot of focus on, defense, being aggressive on the base paths. Obviously, last year we didn't get on base enough. So one of the great things that Paul and Josh and team did over the course of the offseason was bringing in some veterans, right, that are, the Jake McCarthy's of the world, Willie Castro, Lorenzen, who we'll see today, Quintana, Tomoyuki Sagano, who pitched well when we were on the road. So veterans that can help our young players get better. And then I think alongside that, we also completely revamped our coaching staff. We've got more coaches at the major league level than ever before, all great individuals that come from good organizations. And, similar to Paul, they're very much focused on how can we use information, garner more information, and use it in the right way to make our players better, not only at the major league level, but all the way down to the Dominican Republic.
Better days ahead for the Rockies.
Yes, sir.
Walker, thank you.